Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will be dissecting and speculating different events from the Shaman King 2021's creditless opening sequence. Now, the sequence was released back on March 31st from King Amusement Creative's official YouTube channel. Now, I will not be showing the full 1 minute and 37-second video, but we'll be having screenshots on the screen to help focus on each clip. I would like to be considerate here and throw up a spoiler warning, however light it may be, just in case you have not seen the 4Kids adaptation of Shaman King. I would advise clicking off of this video right here and now. Now, without anything else and all the pleasantries out of the way, let us begin. As of the recording of this video, episode 1 will already be out, which the first clip shows Yo and the gang by Mitamaru's gravesite. The very next shot after the nice title display with Howl's burning signature effect, love it, or Ho, depending on which iteration you're kind of going by. The entire gang is kind of just lounging about in the back of Yo's house, which is really interesting. Now, if you have watched anime in general in the past, you know that the opening and ending credit sequences of a series often contain spoilers or events foreshadowing hidden throughout, right? Now, the second frame already shows Jocko and Lyserg, which weren't introduced until a little later in the 4Kids adaptation. However, that being said, episode 1 did move at a faster pace than the previous iteration. I'm not mad at it in the slightest, since the whole museum resolution with a katana and the best friends unite aspect of it, I believe it took around 2 or 3 episodes, while the Shaman King 2021 adaptation did all that in 1 episode. So very kind of grateful for that. But next up is my boy, Silva. Now, he does look different like many of the characters due to the new clean animation style, but I just wanted to point out on the screen of how different he kind of does look. I mean, he does look pretty similar, but how he looked in the past being more rugged and adult-like compared to the new version where he still looks like an emerging adult, probably early 20s, but I don't know where he got this look in his eyes, like he's seen some stuff. Like, you can very much tell the trauma, like he's gone through a lot of things beforehand, which I really appreciate that in the new animation style. And now we got How. For the purpose of this video, I will say How instead of Ho, just because I like saying his name that way better. If it is pronounced differently, light me up in the comments. But How has a much more menacing aura, which I didn't even know was possible. But with the visuals, with the spirit of fire, are amazing, and they definitely complement him to the fullest extent. Now, the very next shot with a character in front of the purple star, I think this is How's OG physical form, hundreds of years before the series started, but I'm not 100% sure. It would make sense as the next shot is of the Asakura family being mirrored on the opposite side of the screen, standing in solidarity. Then we have the star of the show himself in his iconic black and orange costume that Anna, depending on how you want to say from which iteration, that Anna made for him while rocking the headphones, the iconic OG headphones. I love it. Next up, we have some clips from the entire gang raring to go as Ryu stands literal heads and shoulders over the rest. I can't get over that still. Like, this is a grown man going with some teenagers to go save the world. Whatever. I freaking love Ryu for the win. Now, I know a lot of hate has kind of been passed around and circulating around the internet about Jocko's new look and the change to his lips specifically. As an African American person myself, I don't really mind the change, but now he has a bigger nose than the previous iteration, which I find pretty funny. It's like they try to fix, quote unquote, fix one thing and mess with another when it comes to his visuals. All in all, I still think that he looks like the cool character that he is. They just gave like a different spin on it. I think they try to be more sensitive to the racial constructs of it. And even when they were trying to be sensitive, they still caught like a whole bunch of backlash from people, which just proves that you can't satisfy everyone. If they want to find a reason to hate on whatever you're doing, they're gonna find a reason. Like, you be 100% in the right and you'll still get flamed on. Just look at some other videos, like it's crazy. So I mean, it is what it is, but I still think he looks like a really cool character. The next shot kind of shows the gang running at Hal in a very futile manner that it seems. And then the next shot after that kind of shows the gang individually breaking past their limits and getting their first power up, I believe. It has been a while since I've seen the 4Kids adaptation, but let me know down in the comments if Hodo Hodo's Ice Punch was in the first adaptation or not. Maybe I'm thinking of something different, of a different power up from the manga, when he has like the two massive ice arms on both sides. I have not read the manga entirely, let alone the spin-offs from it, but I've seen countless pictures of that form on the internet, and they didn't look like fan fiction pics of Hodo Hodo, so I'm just kind of really interested to see where that's going to go. Ryu's doing this thing with the whole Orochi. What is it? I forgot. It was like the lizard river snakes thing, Orochi. Somebody put in the comments and correct me on that one. And then Liza, which was False's love, I believe in the original adaptation and in the manga, as his guardian spirit. She does look younger in this one as a ghost, which is a nice kind of visual change. But when was my boy in the wheelchair? I kind of saw that in one of the pictures when they were all kind of charging at Hal, and I don't remember that. Yeah, so hopefully he's not like crippled for the entire series, because that would really suck. I don't know, did Yo just beat up this man and put him in a wheelchair? Like, I don't know, I truly do not remember this part in the first adaptation. But the next couple of clips kind of showcases Liza and Jaco before revealing the 1v1 of Hal versus Yo. And I love this part of the opening, as you can see Yo merging Amidamaru with the sword and doing a Getsuko Tensho type attack against Hal. And Hal is legit just standing there and not even blinking or defending against it. He emerges from the smoke with dark silhouettes of his group in the background around him, just emphasizing how final boss material he really is. Cue the final boss music! Next up here, we kind of have a nice spreadsheet of Anna, Pailong, June, Hodo Hodo's sister, which I kind of forgot her name, and then we kind of go more so within Ren's family. I think that's his mom on the right-hand side, or technically on Hodo Hodo's sister's left-hand side, and then the uncle, aka the minor big bad, and then we have his gangster grandpa with a gun just looking at the screen in like a very malicious manner, which is really dope. And then we have, I want to say, what was it, Anna's apprentice or something like that, with the two jokesters for the spirit guardians. And then we have the Asakura family, even with Yo's dad, grandma, and grandfather in the background, looking like they serious, trying to go to war over here, which is understandable. And I believe that is his mom on the far right hand side in green, the very last character in green, not entirely sure. Then we have the X-Laws, which they're already kind of like hinting at within the opening. And then the kind of some of these other groups, I want to say there was definitely during the tournament arc, kind of like a little bit later in the Shaman King tournament. I know one of them was the Budusafa team, if you forgot that wrong. And then also like the Norse gods, they had a themed team. And I'm not sure who these people are in the brown, looking like they had like two kids with the golem. I'm not sure if the original the 4Kids adaptation kind of got to the golem thing or not. I do know what it's about and kind of like what their deal is, kind of history with one of the main characters, but I'm not sure if we got that far in the original anime, or maybe it was cut out. I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, then we kind of have like the Yo with the sword trying to pick himself up, and you see everybody kind of battered and torn together. Shout out to Ryu for having like a double pompadour, like V-cut hairstyle at this point. If you know why he's done that in the original one, shout out to you. I just love the hairstyle and the pompadour kind of thing. And then he's like looking at Anna with this kind of like smug, almost like flirtatious, like ha ha ha, don't kill me kind of thing. And then you see Yo and Anna. Anna first off with I want to say, was it the 1,000 beads? And then Yo with Midamaru refusing to the sword, kind of charging at Hal. And I think it's really cool because they even showcase Anna kind of fighting on the front lines and not being as passive, I guess, in the original adaptation, since the from what I understand, the manga was actually supposed to be written about Anna being the main protagonist instead of Yo. But a little bit more into that on another video. And then kind of some of the few of the last shots here, again, have Yo and the gang in front of the house this time. Hodo has like this mischievous looking expression on his face, like he's about to go prank somebody, probably Morty or Monty. But then we have the Shaman King release date, which was April 1st, 2021. And then we have this really cool shot of the music. I can't pronounce the artist's name, even though she looks beautiful. She looks gorgeous. But the song itself is the only thing that's in English here for the OP, which is Soul's Salvation, which if you guys have clicked off this video by now, I hope you guys clicked onto like the original, the actual creditless opening sequence and heard this background music. I'm not going to play it here, and the thing that we'll be playing is going to be something completely different. But their soundtrack sounds like 10 out of 10. So I don't know what she's doing, but I hope she is like the person for the entire series. And then very, very important, I know I kind of saved it for last, because this is the last clip, so to speak. It says streaming. Now I can't read Japanese, which I want to say is this language. If it's in Korean or another foreign language other than English, I do apologize for kind of assuming that. But the important thing is it says Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, and I believe one of these collection of kanjis is Anime TV Network, if I've gotten that kind of correct. So we already know the whole thing with Netflix. We haven't heard anything with Netflix saying that it will change Shaman King to a simulcast. And my phone's just really blowing up right now, I apologize. But this video's not gonna be too much long, because I see the timestamp right now, kind of already passing up 12 minutes. We know Netflix isn't going to do this simulcast anytime soon, so we're gonna have to wait quite a bit for that. But it also says it's airing on Amazon and Hulu. So I haven't checked out Hulu recently or Amazon. But if you guys do own Amazon Prime, like, let me know, is it actually up on there, or is that just like in Japan or just like overseas? I know Canada kind of has like a fine line to where like they can get some stuff off of Netflix before we do. And I have not checked Hulu yet either, so I'm gonna have to do that later today. But if it is, then we have some more legal ways in order to actually view this wonderful series, instead of just getting like a VPN and then changing the location while being on Netflix. So that's gonna be really cool. But let me know what you guys think about this creditless opening sequence. Let me know what you guys think about your expectations and hope for Shaman King 2021 in the future, as we have quite a bit of episodes to get through, as I believe they're kind of scheduled for 52 episodes. But yeah, let me know. Are you guys hyped up for this anime this season? Did you not care for a reboot for this? Let me know down below in the comments. This has been your boy Momentum Mori here with Dark and Zana, and we will see you guys in the next one. Stay blessed. Later days. And peace.